Today I'm going to show you my homemade Super 17 hand destruction. So here's Super 17. What he does is he bursts 2 and draw 1, and when he's at 4 or less, he can untap 2 and awaken. Super 17 Evil Entwined. His Sparking 5 is when he attacks, you draw 1 and he gains critical for the turn. And his Activate Main, which limits your opponent's hand. If your opponent has 10 or more cards in their hand, they discard until they have 9. So just in case you're going against somebody that draws a lot, you can at least limit them. Here's Frieza, or Z-Deck. When you play, KO something 5 or less, and the second ability, which is really good, discard 1 of your Z energy, and then all your other cards besides him that are 2 or more energy, when they attack, your opponent discards 1. So the real MVP of this deck is 4 of Chilai the Beautiful. Now, if you don't know what she does, is when one of your opponent's battle cards is KO'd, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand, and KOs it. And we have just 1 Chilai Frieza soldier. She can bring out any Frieza army 2 or less from your deck for 2 energy. So just in case you can't find them, you can use her. Deity's Wrath, kill 5 or less. You have an indestructible 20k, and they discard when this card attacks. Really good. 4 of these hand destruction super combos. This one, bottom decks a card from their hand. This card, they discard 1 when it's played. Yeah. Hone moves Yamcha. This card has not seen play in a while. If your opponent doesn't want to hit you, you can play this. It's crit. You take a life, and your opponent bottom decks 1. Bupo, it's really good. Just Floodgate, discard 2 if they want to attack. Personally, one of my favorites because you can recycle it, but I often forget it's in my drop. If the card is in your drop area, you can pay 1, discard a card, and play it. And when this card is KO'd, so you could block with it, and when it's KO'd, your opponent discard a card if they have 5 or more in hand. Combination attack, Android 14. If I combo with it, your opponent KOs one of their... your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and KOs it. If you're playing green, they're not going to have many battle cards, but if you find one and combo it, you'll kill it since Super 17 is an android. And also, everything that KOs, your opponent discards 1 because of Chilai, if you have it on board. For Unisons, it's mostly you give all your green cards revenge, so in battle, at least they'll self-destruct, and also this -7, good, because you get 1 of their life, put it in the drop, and they discard 3. Frieza's Charismatic to go with the Unison, KO something and they discard 1 because Chilai. Your KOing stuff, crit, and also your hand destruction, so yeah. Iron Hammer, it's revenge, so even if you don't have your Unison, it's a revenge card. So at the end of battle, it KOs your opponent. If it KOs something, it switches back to act mode. So if you're going against a 15k body against your leader, you can block, combo to 20, and since he KOs the battle card, he restands. It's reusable, but not as reusable as Zarbon because it gets put to the drop when it dies, so you can do that over again. Our Frieza package that I put in here, because Terrifying Transformation, if it gets removed, you draw 2 and pay 1 and go into the 5 drop from your hand or drop area, and you go into Cosmic Horror. So basically, this guy, he's a dual attack, right? So the reason why he's in here is he's a dual attack, and he's above the cost of 2. So when you have this card in play, you discard 1 of your Z energy, and then when this card attacks, it has 2 attacks. So you're discarding 2, and you could choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it, or you can choose one of the Unison cards and remove marker. So if you have Chile on board, and you KO something, so that's 1 card, and then 2 cards from Frieza, so you're 3 cards and a dual attack. But that's kind of late game when you have both of Chilai and Frieza on the field. Now, our win condition which I think is really good, is SS Blue Gogeta. So basically, you get this card in your Z Energy and pay 1, and you get to play it from your Z Energy and put a 6-drop Gogeta anywhere. It could be in your deck, your hand, your drop area. Just put it from anywhere into your Z Energy, and you play this card. But your opponent does have to be at 3 energy, but still, when this card is played, KO something, ignoring barrier, and your opponent discards a card. So Chilai procs, they're discarding 2 cards, and also this is a 35k double striker, and it cannot be KO'd on your opponent's turn. Well, for their turn, yeah. So that's my win condition. And then we have, one more thing to go through. For Shocking Death Ball, you're playing Super 17, and also you burst 2, so Sparking 5 is easy to get. And also it KOs a 2 or less, so hopefully you can get Chile to proc off that. And Celzino, you can just bring him out, because we do have a lot of big stuff. So if you can, like for example, you could have 1 Frieza and the Gogeta, and sack them off, play Cell, get game if it's not already game up by turn 5, and yeah, that's it. Hopefully you like it.